If you are a Canadian and you're in your 20s and 30s and you're watching this video, the chances are you've probably thought about leaving this country. Maybe it was when you saw the rent prices for a one bedroom costing you $2,500 a month, or it's your fifth consecutive year here in the winter time and you just don't want to freeze your ass off anymore. So you're not alone. And today I'm going to break down the 5 best countries where smart Canadians are actually moving to, just to get away from all of this madness. So I get it. You're making decent money, paying a lot of taxes, the rent, the basic cost of living is getting crazy, and you're just stuck in a cycle where maybe you're working overtime in the summer, you're not quite able to save as much money as you'd like, or you see your friends online, maybe they're posting pictures of themselves abroad in a $500 a month apartment and they're actually able to build wealth. And the truth is, millions of Canadians are realizing that staying loyal to Canada, that's pricing them out of the market, doesn't make any sense anymore. So I did a lot of research recently, and I've actually traveled to quite a few countries over the last 2 years. I've looked at visa requirements, digital nomad communities, and even the dating scenes for a lot of these countries abroad. And all of that stuff matters, but these aren't just vacation spots for you. These are places where you can actually build a really good life without going broke. So number 5, and this might surprise you, this is actually Mexico, specifically places like Mexico City, Puerto Vallarta. Those are 2 top places right now, and here's why it works. Your Canadian dollar goes 3 to 4 times further. We're talking about $600 to $800 for rent in places that would cost you like $2,500 in Calgary and Toronto. You can pay around $3 to $5 per meal, and the weather is consistently about 25 to 30 degrees. You're not worried about scraping ice off of your windshield in the wintertime. So for digital nomads, this is a really good crowd, lots of expat communities, and you're in the same time zone as your client calls if you're working from Canada and the USA. And plus, if you're single, the social scene is amazing too in Mexico. So people aren't really worried, about spending money and going out because cost of living isn't crazy or it's too cold. The visa situation is pretty simple in Mexico. You can stay for 6 months as a tourist visa, and if you're making remote income, then you can easily get a residency. The only downside are a lot of these areas are getting so popular that Americans and Canadians are flocking to them, and it's obviously getting a little more expensive. So number 4 is Portugal, and this is becoming a go-to spot for Canadians, even Americans, who want to get that Europe feel and not that Europe cost. Lisbon is an amazing place. It offers a really good European lifestyle. There's an amazing culture, architecture, food, and your rent in these places in Portugal are below $1,000 versus what you're paying in Toronto, which is about $2,800. Vancouver's crazy as well, and they have a digital nomad visa, which makes it super easy for you if you're working remotely. The mild winters are pretty nice, and there's a lot of beautiful summers as well. So if you're looking to meet cool people, Portuguese culture is an amazing culture. It's very isolated from winter and the hibernation of Canada as well. But here's the kicker. So Portugal has a path to EU citizenship, so you're not just escaping Canada temporarily, you're potentially setting yourself up for a European citizenship long term, and the taxes on top of that are very good. So the downside of that is learning Portuguese. There's quite a bureaucracy as well, but you're not dealing with the Canadian government, which is really refreshing. So number 3 is Argentina. This one is for the guys who want to stretch their dollars the furthest while living in a sophisticated culture. Buenos Aires is like the Paris of South America, and your Canadian dollar is going to go very far in Argentina. We're talking about $400 to $600 of rent for beautiful apartments in really good neighborhoods Dinner at a night is about $15 to $20, so your money goes very far in Argentina. The people are very educated, they're cultured, lots of social gatherings that you can go to as well. People don't even start going out until midnight because they have a lot of work-life balance. And if you're single, Argentinian women are known worldwide for a good reason. Also for remote work, the time zone works really well because you're aligned with North American hours and clients, and also has really good internet coverage. Co-working spaces is really nice as well. You have access to a lot of different countries in South America. The challenge is that it's very volatile. And if you want to keep your income in Canadian dollars and USD, that's probably the best. You'll also want to learn Spanish as well. Obviously, that'll help you get around, but I'm sure you won't have a problem because a lot of people speak English. Number 2 is Thailand, specifically Bangkok or Chiang Mai for that digital nomad lifestyle. Now, your cost of living for these places are about $800 to $1,200 per month. That includes rent, food. The weather is amazing, it's warm, and it's consistently cheap. Everywhere you go are very friendly people, and the Thai people are genuinely very friendly. And for remote work, Thailand has a built-in infrastructure for fast internet, co-working spaces, international communities. You're also perfectly aligned to explore all of Southeast Asia. The social scene is very year-round because people don't hibernate there for 6 months like they do in Canada or the USA, like the northern part of the USA. The dating scene is amazing in Bangkok as well. It's pretty incredible from what I've heard, and the visa situation is getting better too. They're rolling out longer term visas, and the main adjustments are the time zone difference from the North American hours. So that might be a little bit of a challenge for you guys, but if you guys are okay with that, then it's honestly worth it. So number 1, this is going to shock you. Now this is Dubai. Before you roll your eyes about that and the costs, hear me out, guys. So if you're trying to live like an Instagram influencer, but you are smart about it, you can definitely live there very comfortably from what I've heard and researched. I haven't lived there personally, but I do know it is a lot better than Canadian cities while earning tax-free income on top of that, which is massive, 0 income tax. So just let that sink in. You can keep 100% of what you make in Canada. If you're making 6 figures, normally that you're giving away to the government. So in Dubai, you keep all of that, 40-50%. The weather is hot and it's consistently sunny. You have world-class infrastructure, safety, and you're at the crossroads of Europe. Asia, Africa, international travel is pretty easy to get around, and you're meeting people from everywhere in Dubai. It's awesome too because you can meet a lot of high-end people, fast internet, modern everything is basically what Dubai is. So it's a great zone for North American and European clients. The dating scene is diverse. I've heard it's not that good. It's unlike Canada where everything basically shuts down in the winter, but Dubai is Dubai, if you know what I mean. It's like Miami. The visa process has gotten a lot easier as well. I know through remote work and small businesses. The main downside too is the summer heat, but most people, they travel during those months anyways. So look, I'm not saying to pack up and leave tomorrow. But if you're trying to get ahead and you're working harder and you're just not able to get ahead, save for investments, or maybe you're starting a business and you want to get ahead, you might want to just consider your options. The world is just so much bigger than Canada and your Canadian passport. Your Canadian passport opens so many doors, and you don't have to be stuck in this country. So which of these countries interest you? Drop it in the comments, or maybe you don't agree with me, maybe you do. Maybe you're already living abroad as a Canadian and you're watching this video. Let me know where you are and where you're going and how it's going. If this opened up your eyes to what's possible hit the subscribe button and leave a comment as well. I'm going to be breaking down everything you need to know about building a location independent life and income without, being in the hamster wheel. So the question isn't whether you can afford to leave Canada. The question is whether you can afford to stay.